Hey y'all, so I came on here to tell y'all how the DMV of Florida is doing the devil's work. Yeah, the devil's work. So this is gonna be a long little story, and I'm gonna try to wrap this up. But yeah, grab your popcorn. So, long story short, basically, I had to fix my license. I found out that my license was suspended for red light camera tickets that was not mine. It's one of those situations where it's just unfortunate and too much time has passed, so you basically have to be the person to clean up the spilled milk, right? So I got two red light camera tickets. I did not find out until I actually had to get my license. I think I was doing a change of address or something like that. So instead of me getting my license, I was like, who finna pay these tickets? I got an ID, a state ID instead. So while I was trying to fight the tickets, in between the time trying to fight the tickets, which ended up turning out, a little bit of time ended up turning out to be a long time or whatever, a lot of time has accumulated. Those tickets end up going to collections. I never knew I had those tickets because they were not mailed to my new address at the time. So didn't find out until I went to the DMV what happened. I end up having to report that tag stolen, the car stolen. The car is on my credit as a repo, a whole bunch of BS or whatever, right? So fast forwarding to now, Mo's getting her shit together. I'm in the process of trying to get a car and all this bunch of other stuff. Where do you start? With a clean license, right? So here I am about to, clean it up. I pay the freaking tickets because too much time has passed. The court is denying my motions and everything else, and I'm just like, okay, whatever. So I go to the DMV and these people tell me you got to pay those two red light camera tickets. Not only that, you also have a ticket for 2010 or 2009 or something like that that has never been paid or whatever, that I completely forgot about. That was my own BS, right? So those two red light camera tickets was $389 each. Okay, the other ticket that belonged to me was $253. Okay, so right now I'm about to stack at tickets. So I'm like, okay, pay the damn tickets. It hurt my little pockets, but I paid the tickets because, again, I cannot move forward with trying to buy a car with these damn tickets attached to my license. So as I'm in the DMV, mind you, let me back up a little bit. I go to the DMV 5:30 a.m. the first time. I did it as a walk-in. It was a long ass line to my surprise. I'm like, damn, okay, maybe I gotta be out here at 5 o'clock. The lady was like, oh, we're not taking no more walk-ins. I'm like, ma'am, I'm here to reinstate my license. The tickets have already been paid online. So she put me in a whole nother line, right? That made the process a little bit shorter the first time or whatever. So I do that. When I get there, pay the tickets, reinstate the license, they hand me this paper and tell me I have to come back for the second part that's on the paper. On the paper, y'all, the goddamn paper say cancel. I'm like, what the hell is a cancel? And she's like, I don't know, just pay a reinstatement fee and you should be fine. You just have to set a separate appointment to handle that. But I'm like, what is cancel? She was still unable to give me a clear answer. So she was like, oh, call the clerk of court. So I'm like, okay, when I leave here, I'll call the clerk of courts. I walked out the DMV that particular day at around 11 o'clock in the morning. I felt like that was a long time to be there from 5:30 in the morning to 11 something in the morning, but okay, whatever. I moved forward, turned in the paperwork that I needed to turn in. I'm thinking I'm in the clear after I called the clerk of courts. I call them. I say, hey, I got this paper from the DMV telling me to call you guys about this cancellation that's on my license or whatever. Please tell me whatever it is I need to do to get everything squeaky clean. She tells me, ma'am, you have a ticket back from whatever time for a learner's permit. What? How does that even make sense? How was you guys able to give me a driver's license without clearing my license or the tickets? Ma'am, how much is the damn ticket? It's $130. Give her the $130. Okay, I move forward. I'm in the process of purchasing a car. I got my car. I'll reveal all that to you guys in a separate video. But anyway, I had the guy from the financing company call me and say, hey, Mo, the bank is saying either fix your license or forfeit the car. I'm like, what are you talking about? Everything is valid. We checked and saw that everything is valid. He's like, well, I'm looking at the thing now, checking in the database, and you're not showing valid. And the bank is saying you have till tomorrow to fix it. What the fuck? So here I go. The very next day, it's a work day for me. I don't start work till 10 a.m. So I'm like, okay, if I get to the DMV early enough, I should be able to get out there early enough to be able to service my client. Get to the DMV. I leave my house 4:50 a.m. Make it to the DMV 4:55. It's literally by my house. Get to the DMV. I get accepted for a walk-in because I'm not too far back in the line. I'm telling them, hey, everything is reinstated. Everything is paid. I'm trying to figure out what do I need to do to get this cancellation off of my license. Obviously, whatever the clerk of course told me was not the answer. So she takes my license. She says, hey, your license is canceled because you basically got a ID and that canceled your license. I'm like, y'all never told me that. I was literally just here Monday. Here we are. Today is Thursday. Huh? So I'm like, okay, whatever. As it's my turn to approach the people, mind you, I'm there 5 o'clock in the morning. I do not get seen until 12 o'clock in the afternoon, right? I don't get inside actually to sit down till 12. So this is right around 12 hitting on 1. The guy tells me, he says, hey, did you ever do the driving test? I'm like, what type of shit y'all talking about? Yes, I did the driving test. How else do I have a Class E license, right? So he's like, yeah, I see that you did it. I'm not sure. Maybe it's a block that Tallahassee has to remove. So I'm like, okay, cool. What do we need to do to get them to remove it? Because at this point, baby, make it make sense to me or whatever. So he's like, okay, let me call them. He calls Tallahassee. Long story short, they tell him we don't see the white paper, which is the check mark that the driver ed teacher does to mark off that you passed your exam. We see that you passed it, but we don't have the paper on record. When I tell you, my head is literally blown the fuck off. I'm like, what type of shit did y'all pull out your ass to make this happen? How is this even possible? What the fuck is you even talking about? Because at this moment, you're speaking another language to me. Like, I don't even understand the shit that's coming out of your mouth. How do you guys not having a physical paper on your file cancels my license after giving me a license so many years ago? Oh, well, you can go down to the place where you originally took the test at and try to figure it out. The lady was next to him was like, or you could just take the driver test here. Ma'am, call the lady. Let's do this, baby. Because at this point, let me take this little driver test to get this shit over with, because I'm not finna go fight down there with them people and have them piss me off even more. And then you guys, for me to come back here and y'all tell me, no, listen, let's go take a ride. Let's go take a ride. So she's like, okay, cool. Go ahead. Take your ride. Pass the exam. Then, after I passed the exam, they put all the paperwork in. And now, Mo has a valid license after paying $1,200 total for a fucking license. How the entire fuck? When I tell y'all I'm so pissed, not only did I miss out on money today by canceling the client, I had to pay more money just to change the damn address on the license. I mean, this has been a shit show. 2 days, it's been a shit show. And I'm stressed the fuck out. Bye, y'all.